If you are watching this right now, stop what you are doing, because what you are about to see is not being shown on the mainstream news. Massive UK protest shakes. London as tensions escalate London. In what is being described as one of the most significant public demonstrations in recent years, approximately 110,000 protesters gathered in central London, marking a major moment in Britain's social and political landscape. The rally, organised by controversial activist Tommy Robinson, brought together participants from across the country, all calling for stricter immigration policies and expressing discontent with the current government's approach. From the very start of the demonstration, the scale of participation was clear. Streets, typically bustling with commuters and tourists, were overtaken by waves of marchers carrying banners, flags and placards with slogans ranging from calls for national security to sharp criticisms of governmental policies. The atmosphere was charged, a mix of fervent energy, determination, and a palpable tension that hinted at the complexity of the day's events. A massive mobilization. The organization behind the rally had prepared for months. Coordinators ensured that information about the march spread widely through online platforms, social media campaigns, and grassroots networks. The turnout of 110,000 participants reflects not only the logistical efforts, but also the resonance of the rally's message among a significant segment of the population. Authorities anticipated potential conflicts and deployed thousands of officers across key points in the city to maintain order. Barricades and controlled entry points were set up to separate the main crowd from counter-protesters. Police monitored the event closely, using drones, CCTV, and rapid response units ready to intervene if needed. Despite these measures, several clashes occurred, leading to over 24 arrests and 26 officers injured. The scale of the rally meant that normal city operations were heavily disrupted. Public transport was rerouted, traffic blocked, and some business districts temporarily closed. The spectacle drew attention from the international press, highlighting London as the stage for a complex and deeply polarizing event. Voices on the ground participants expressed a variety of motivations for joining the protest. Some carried placards calling for stricter border control, reflecting a concern with immigration policies and national security. Others expressed general frustration with governmental priorities, citing economic pressures and perceived failures in public services. Amid the main rally, a counter-demonstration of approximately 5,000 anti-racism activists marched along parallel routes. While the two groups were largely kept apart, tensions occasionally flared, underscoring the stark divisions in public opinion. Interviews with participants revealed a common thread, a desire to make their voices heard. One marcher described the gathering as a statement that we will not be ignored, emphasizing the sense of urgency felt by many attendees. Meanwhile, counter-protesters stressed the importance of standing against extremism and promoting inclusivity. Media coverage and political reaction. The media coverage of the event was extensive. Major British outlets reported on both the scale of participation and the tensions that unfolded during the day. Headlines ranged from descriptions of historic mobilization to warnings about the rise of extremist sentiments. Political leaders weighed in as well. Prime Minister Keir Starmer addressed the situation, affirming the government's commitment to law and order while condemning any form of hate speech or violence. In statements broadcast widely, Starmer emphasized that the UK would never cede its national values to extremist agendas, signaling a clear stance against the rhetoric propagated during the rally. Analysts noted that while the protest reflected real concerns among certain groups of citizens, it also served as a platform for polarizing voices. The combination of high participation and sporadic clashes prompted discussions about the role of large-scale demonstrations in democratic societies and the responsibility of political leaders and law enforcement agencies to balance freedom of expression with public safety. Tensions and safety concerns. Safety remained a major concern throughout the day. Police reported multiple incidents where clashes threatened to escalate, though rapid intervention prevented serious injuries beyond those already recorded. Emergency services were on high alert, prepared to respond to medical emergencies and potential property damage. The presence of both supporters and counter-protesters created a delicate dynamic. Authorities worked to ensure that demonstrations could proceed without turning into large-scale violence. Observers noted that while the majority of participants behaved peacefully, the potential for conflict remained high given the charged atmosphere and emotionally driven motivations of attendees. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing. Subscribing is completely free and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. Public response. Public reaction to the rally was deeply divided. On one hand, supporters praised the demonstration as a legitimate expression of concern over immigration and governmental policies. Social media was flooded with posts endorsing the march, celebrating the high turnout, and framing the event as a call for national accountability. On the other hand, critics condemned the rally as an expression of extremist views that risked normalizing xenophobia and hatred. Community leaders, civic organizations, and human rights groups issued statements urging calm, emphasizing the importance of dialogue over confrontation. Among ordinary citizens, opinions varied widely. Business owners in central London reported disruptions, but also expressed understanding of the need for civic engagement. Commuters faced delays, but often voiced empathy for those exercising their right to protest, while also acknowledging the potential dangers inherent in such large gatherings, long-term implications. The immediate aftermath of the rally left London returning to its normal rhythm, but the reverberations of the day are expected to influence political discourse for weeks, if not months. Analysts point to several key implications. Political pressure. The large turnout signals to government officials that certain segments of the population are demanding attention on specific policy areas, particularly immigration and national security. Social polarization. The presence of both pro-rally and counter-protest groups highlights the widening divisions in British society, prompting conversations about unity, tolerance, and civic engagement. Law enforcement strategy. The police response, including rapid deployment units and crowd management tactics, may serve as a model for handling future mass demonstrations, though critiques of over- or under-policing are likely to emerge. Media narrative. Coverage of the event has fueled debates about journalistic responsibility, framing, and the role of media in shaping public perception of political movements. Experts suggest that while the protest did not result in catastrophic violence, it demonstrated the capacity for political mobilization at unprecedented scales and the need for ongoing dialogue between citizens, government, and civil society to address contentious issues. Conclusion. The London protest stands as a vivid illustration of the complexities inherent in modern civic engagement. With 110,000 voices gathered in a single city, the event showcased both the vibrancy and volatility of public expression. While authorities managed to contain widespread violence, the symbolic significance of the gathering, amplified by media coverage and political commentary, ensures that its impact will be felt far beyond the streets of the capital. In the coming weeks, the UK will grapple with the social, political, and ethical questions raised by the rally. How should society balance freedom of expression with the need for public safety? What mechanisms are in place to address deeply polarized opinions? And how will future demonstrations shape the political landscape? As London returns to its routine, the echoes of this massive protest will linger, a reminder that in a democracy, the voices of the people, whether in agreement or opposition, are powerful agents of change.